Welcome to Toffee TV. Here is my 3 talking points. Wolves 1, Everton 1 at Molineux tonight. The Toffees making it 8 games unbeaten now. And I'm disappointed with the performance. The point, I think it'll be a better, I've said it on my Matt Jackson, I think it'll be a better point tomorrow. It'll feel like a better point tomorrow than it did today. I just thought we weren't at it today. For me, it was our worst performance since David Moyes returned. And we haven't lost, so that's a real positive. I just didn't think we got going at all. Since the manager come in, we've really set a way of playing. We've put a lot of teams under pressure. We've gone after teams, albeit with the exception of Brighton. Brighton was a dig in, grab a result kind of performance. But I think in every other game, we've looked a lot better than we did today. And I think today we just looked off it. Everyone was sort of a little bit sloppy with the ball. When we had opportunities in the final third, we made the wrong decisions. And, you know, we have had an opportunity to win tonight and get ourselves even higher up the table, put a little bit of distance between certain teams, and we haven't done it. And again, I think it's more of a feeling. It's more sort of like heightened that feeling because we threw the points away against United. We threw the points away against Brentford. 2 very different games, don't get me wrong. United, we dominated and threw a 2-goal lead away. Brentford, we missed absolute sitters to win the game. Conceded the back goal. And tonight, because of those games, it feels worse. I wouldn't sit here and say we deserve to win tonight because I don't think we did. I thought both teams were poor, to be honest with you. But I'm just disappointed in our performance tonight. But we didn't lose, and there's the sign of progress right there in front of my eyes. First thing I'm going to talk about is the need for quality in the final third. I think tonight has been, I think everybody knew it anyway. I'm not telling anyone or highlighting a point that nobody knows, but tonight really, for me, highlighted it. Beto was off it tonight. Decore was way off it tonight. Harrison was, worked hard as usual and got himself a goal, but wasn't really at it. Lindstrom wasn't at it. And then there's nothing right now, because obviously the injuries as well, there's nothing of quality to come on and really turn that area. Although I thought Alcaraz did do quite well when he come on, but we need some options off the bench if we're going to progress like the manager wants, and he knows this anyway. We will need better players, better fast options out wide, someone to put the foot on the ball from a central position, a different type of profile in centre forward, and we just don't have them options at the minute. Now, David Moyes would have some options if Brozier was fit, if Chimiti was fitter than he is now, if Dwight McNeil maybe was available, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. He'd have some extra options, but we still would need quality because those players I've named aren't at the level that I'm talking about. I'm talking about someone who can go by players, someone who can create something out of nothing. Your centre forward, I think we need the profile that he can do things himself. Beto is still relying on a ball in behind or to get himself a chance. We need someone who can fashion something off his own back as well. But then certainly in the wide areas, we've got to have players who weigh in with goals and create opportunities. And that's all there. And once we get that, given the patterns of play and the work rate that the players, that David Moyes will insist on anyway, the players are showing the work rate. I don't think tonight was anything to do with not working hard enough. Just wasn't a very good performance, and that's the way it is. And again, had someone said to me, walking out of Goodison at the Villa game, and I did say this at the time, I could see the shooter recovery then, but if someone would have said to me, you won't lose the next 8 games, you'll be unbeaten in the next 8 games, seeing the games we had, I'd have probably thought you were a bit mad. But I would have took it with both hands and more. Absolutely, I would have. It's just like I said before. It's the frustration coming from throwing the United game away and not beating Brentford, and then having an opportunity tonight to really get us higher up that pitch, taking the lead, and then higher up the pitch, higher up the league, taking the lead, and then throwing it away. That's the frustration I'm feeling. Listen, a lot of people probably aren't feeling that, but that's just the way I'm feeling. But quality in the final third is massively needed in the summer, and the manager knows that. The manager knows that. Second thing I want to speak about is there was lots of changes announced on Friday. Yesterday, God, seems ages away because of this stupid kick-off time. Angus Kinnear confirmed as Everton's new CEO coming in on June 1st. Obviously, we knew Kevin Thelwell was leaving, but Everton commented officially that he was going. Everton are moving to a different sort of structure. With that, we've had, obviously, Richard Kenyon was announced he was leaving, Colin Chong moving over to the stadium. There'll be more appointments in the coming weeks. So the club is really taking a sea change of what it has done, and it's moving very much into this new era. It's got an opportunity this summer to move into that new era. The Freaking Group have obviously bought it, had a look, changed the manager. It means we're safe in the league. It was a great decision by them to get rid of Sean Dyche. If only they'd done it earlier. And then bringing David Moyes in was a masterstroke. He's done a brilliant job. We are safe now and looking up, which is the right thing. And so let's hope that their next appointments are as equally key and as good, really. There's some big things. I think the club has got a unique opportunity this summer to really kick it on, really move forward and give it a different look. And I think there's some key appointments still to be made, I think, and opportunities there to go and get people who I think would improve it. I don't know, I'd go and bring David Harrison back from Man United. Contract Dave, get him back, get Alan Myers in for the communications and start operating in a different manner. But there'll be others, they'll have names who they're looking for. There'll be others, I'm sure David Moyes, excuse me, is bringing in other people. We will link with Rob Newman, of course, he was with him. I think he was head of recruitment, at West Ham, something like that. The ex-Norwich defender, worked at Manchester City as well. He's been linked. Dan Ashworth was linked. So big changes on the horizon for Everton, and it's an opportunity, I think, for the football club to move forward. David Moyes has made that meant that moving into that transition period is a lot smoother than what it was going to be if they wouldn't have sacked Sean Dyche. If they wouldn't have sacked Dyche, I think we were in real trouble of being relegated. But Moyes has corrected that quickly, which means the Freaking Group can make these appointments and we can look forward to them in a calm manner. And it'll be interesting to see what they do next and the sorts of people they bring in, and we can judge the quality of that. And then that'll obviously roll on then to the summer. And it's really interesting, I think, looking at recruitment in a different way. I don't know how that looks, but going to be interested to hear what sort of comes out with that. Well, we'll be looking on Toffee TV next week in more detail at some of those appointments and what they might mean. But I think it's an opportunity in an exciting new era, with obviously moving to the new stadium as well. Big chance to reset Everton Football Club, and David Moyes just getting the momentum going as we head into that. And I think the Freaking Group are probably delighted with how it's going and what he's done so far. And then finally, on top of that, I guess, Everton with the opportunity in terms of the squad, to shape the squad. But I just wonder, there's a lot of talk this last week of Jarrad Branthwaite remaining at Everton Football Club, staying at Everton and signing a new contract. And is this an opportunity to tie him down now? I think Jarrad will want to play at the very top level. Everton are nowhere near that at the moment, of course. But he can get in that England setup playing for Everton. So therefore, enough people have done it. Jordan Pickford's England's number one. He's Everton's goalie. So, there's a good opportunity to get in there by playing for Everton, playing regularly and doing well. Signing a new contract at Everton, I don't know. Would he put a release clause in if a Champions League club come? I don't know. But I think for the Freakins, for David Moyes, for Jarrad Branthwaite and for Everton Football Club, it would be a really good and really sensible option. I think if I'm him, I'd be prepared. It's easy for me to say, of course it is. But he could be looking and thinking, I want to give it and play the first season in the new stadium. New manager in here, new owners. Let's see what they do in the summer. But because when you think of who's going to come and take him, Like tonight, I don't think he was brilliant. I think he was partly at fault for the goal, if not mostly at fault for the goal. But in general, he's still so classy on the ball, and you know, it doesn't matter. He's made 18 appearances since getting back in the team on the run now. I think he's moving back to where he was. But when you look at who would realistically come and buy him, yes, he's linked with Real Madrid, you know, the Carlo Ancelotti link and all that. If they come and bid for him, then good luck, fair play. But I think another season would really sharpen his options. United isn't a good option for Jarrad Branthwaite. They're in an absolute mess. And they, for me, I don't see them splashing most of their budget on Jarrad Branthwaite this summer. I just don't see it. They might do. I might be absolutely wrong. But for him, moving to Man United at the moment, I wouldn't be going there. So then you look who else could potentially get him. Well, Liverpool, he's got no chance. Liverpool got no chance of getting him, I don't think. Well, they haven't. Man City, would they come and buy him? Not convinced. Arsenal wouldn't. They've got Gabriel and Saliba. So his options are really limited in England, I think. Anyway, Real Madrid, I mentioned before, are they really going to come and pay 80 odd million? I don't know. I doubt it. If he has another good season and then the World Cup's there and he's on that plane, don't forget he's key season for Jarrad Branthwaite, World Cup place at stake, Thomas Tuchel in there now, signing a new contract at Everton, taking Everton into that new stadium. I know a lot of people saying give him the captaincy. He doesn't need the captaincy because he can play every week for David Moyes at Bramley Moore when we play home games, and really know that he's a big part of Everton's team, cement his place in that England squad for the World Cup, and obviously see where it takes him. So I think the murmurings now are that he would stay, and Everton are feeling a bit more confident he could get him. So I think that's a really interesting one, not to just leave that at the end of that. That's my third and final talking point. He was still, in my opinion, didn't do great for the goal tonight, but in general, we know he's going to be a top player already, a really, really good player as well. But I just wonder if he will sign that new deal, and that would be even more good news, wouldn't it? On top of the 8-game unbeaten run and everything else. So let's wait and see. That's it from me. Make sure you like, subscribe, check out my match reaction, check out Pet Stuff as well. Have a fantastic weekend. Thanks for watching. See you later.